Mishnah Yudaled, 14th Mishnah in chapter Gimel. Rabbi Yossi Omer, Rabbi Yossi says, Yom Tov Harishon Shel Chag HaSukkot, the first day of the holiday of Sukkot, Shechal Liot BeShabbat. What happens if it happens on Shabbat? Klumar, we're talking about which time? Bizman Bet HaMikdash, at the time of the temple. What's the difference? Because at the time of the temple, you would take the lulav, even not only in the temple, also when you're not in the temple, you would take it. שהיו נוטלים בו את הלולב, אבל אסור היה להוציאו מרשות לרשות. Not only Yerushalayim, everywhere. You remember, you would leave it in shul. You would leave it in shul. So they would check the lulav in shul. They would come and recognize it in the morning. כמו שלמדנו במשנה הקודמת, like we learned in the previous Mishnah. And the person, what happened to him? He forgot. He forgot it was Shabbos. Either he went with the lulav to somebody to show him, to ask him, is this kosher or not kosher? Or he went with the lulav to shul. He forgot it was Shabbos. Now the question, shachach, he forgot it was Shabbos. והוציא את הלולב לרשות הרבים. And he took out the lulav into the public domain. ועבר בשוגג על איסור הוצאה בשבת. Now he transgressed carrying on Shabbos. That commandment of carrying. Because if you want to do the mitzvah, you carry. What happens? So it says, what do you mean what happened? Bring a sacrifice. What do you mean what happens? You made a mistake. You bring a sacrifice, like all mistakes. And if you forgot to take your something else out, you bring a sacrifice. It's simple. What's the question? So it says you don't. Patur. He doesn't have to bring a sacrifice. Patur mikorban chatat. He doesn't have to bring a sin offering. Why? Why he doesn't have to bring a sin offering? מפני שהוציאו ברשות. Because he took him out with permission. If he doesn't explain, I will explain. Because what it says here needs a little bit of explanation. כלומר, which means, הואיל ומותר ליטול את הלולב ביום טוב הראשון שחל בשבת. Since actually he's allowed to shake the lulav. He's allowed to do the mitzvah. Since, and there's a rule that when somebody is busy in one mitzvah, maybe the other mitzvahs are, let's see, נמצא שהוציאו ברשות המצווה. So it says, let's think, why did he take him out? He took it out because he wanted to do a mitzvah. So here comes a caveat. When you do something and you made a mistake because you want to do a mitzvah, שהרי מחמת טרדת המצווה שכח שהוא שבת. He forgot it was Shabbos because he wanted to do the mitzvah of lulav. וסובר רבי יוסי, and Rabbi Yossi, this is only according to Rabbi Yossi, Rabbi Yossi thinks שהעוסק במצווה, somebody that is in the middle of mitzvah, ושגג מתוך כך באיסור, and he did something and he did a prohibition, פטור מקורבן, he's not supposed to give korban. Now, he might say it, but if you...
It's very hard.
Go ahead. Which one?
No, it's even... No, כאילו, if you do mitzvah, and then you do kehati patur because you did the mitzvah.
Oh, so over here, you're going to see the logic. He's going to say it now. If it's not, I'm going to explain it.
What?
I promise you I'm going to explain if he doesn't explain. ואמרו בגמרא, and they said in the Gemara, לא שנו שהוא פטור. It says, when is the guy not obligated? אלא שלא יצא בו, if he didn't do the mitzvah yet. What does it mean? If he is in the middle of doing the mitzvah. In other words, if he came in the sukkah and he shook the lulav already, and then he decided to take the lulav to where? To the temple. To the temple, now he's going to be obligated. Why?
Because he did the mitzvah of the lulav already.
He already did the mitzvah. Over here, he wants to do the mitzvah. He doesn't know if the mitzvah is kosher or not kosher. Or he didn't shake it in his sukkah. He's going to shul to shake it. And he's holding it.
Exactly, he came to shul with the lulav and said, what are you doing?
Oh, since he didn't shake it yet. Only then he's patur. Let's see. או אלא שלא יצא בו. It's only when he didn't do his obligation. ידי חובת נטילת לולב קודם שהוציאו. He didn't do the obligation of the mitzvah of lulav before he took it out. אבל יצא בו. But if he already did his obligation, קודם שהוציאו לרשות הרבים, before he took it out to the public domain, חייב, he's obligated. שהרי אין כאן טעות בדבר מצווה, because it's not a mistake in the mitzvah. Over here, he already did the mitzvah. הואיל ועיקר המצווה כבר נעשה, and the shaking in the shul, it's already an addition, it's not the main part of the mitzvah. ושוב אינו טרוד בה לעשותה, and therefore he's not busy anymore in his doing it. So in other words, Rabbi Yossi says, you shouldn't do it, but if you were busy in doing a mitzvah, and you forgot it was Shabbos, you don't bring it to a sin offering. ברם שואלים, but then it's going to ask, כיצד ייתכן שלא יצא בו קודם שיוצא רשות הרבים? It says, what do you mean? When you hold the lulav and the etrog, you're יוצא. No, just holding it. Yeah. So he says, the guy holds the lulav and etrog, so for sure he's יוצא. So what's the case over here? Just holding it, you're already יוצא. והרי מי שהגביה את הלולב כבר יצא בו. The moment he picked up the lulav and he picked up the etrog, that's it. He's already did the commandment. Umashivin, he says, no, he specifically held it in such a way not to be yoitze, because he wanted he wasn't sure that it was kosher, or he wanted to do it in the shul, whatever the reason is. How? Kegon she'afacho. For example, he held the lulav upside down, or we hold the etrog upside down. כלומר, שהגביה את הלולב כשהוא הפוך. When he picked up the lulav when he's upside down. וכל המצוות אין אדם יוצא בהם אלא דרך גדילתן. And all the commandments, the only way you do your obligation is if you hold them the way they grow. או כגון שיוציאו בכלי, בכגון של קערה. Or, for example, he took it out in a vessel, like in a bowl. שלקחתה לדבר אחר דרך ביזיון אין שמה לקחה. And this is not called doing the mitzvah. עיין תוספות ותוספות יום טוב שלמדים מסוגיית הגמרא שמצוות אין צריכים כוונה. And here's another things, discussion which we discuss in the Gemara some other times. Do you need kavana for a commandment or you don't need a kavana? Do you need intentions when you do a mitzvah or you don't need intention? It's a whole debate if you need an intention or not need an intention. In other words, the guy didn't have an intention. He saw lulav, he wanted to take it from here to there. And he took the lulav and the etrog and he put it from here to here, and then he continued. Then he says, we'll make a blessing. He says, hey, you can't make a blessing. You already did the mitzvah. Same thing. So the question is the fact that he didn't have any intention, does it make... Did he do his obligation or didn't? But that's some other time, not for us right now.